Hello again and welcome to day 11. It's the 11th day of Unveiling the Civility Advent Calendar 2019 series with Bukio Dushote. And thank you so much again for watching at all times, sending your messages, phone calls actually from some, your comments, your likes, your shares, all is so much appreciated. Thank you. And so for the benefit of those who are watching this for the very first time, I did mention when I started that we will be taking the nuggets from a book by Dr. P M Forni. And the book is just this same one I've got here with me, Choosing Civility. So we're on day 11 and it's rule 11 of the 25 rules of considerate conduct. And so rule 11 says, mind your body. I'm sure we know mind the gap for those who live in London. So this time it's minding our body. And so, yes, what has your body got to do with civility? It's so interesting that civility covers a whole wide range of stuff that you can't even imagine. It covers almost everything you can imagine, really. So it also covers minding our body. It's interesting that we can be offensive with our bodies to others as well in several ways. And we will learn that this evening. So here, Dr. P M Forni says, but before I say what he had to say, actually, I'm going to read the quote I've got here by Peggy and Peter Post. I'm sure we know Peggy Post, the very popular etiquette lady. So it says, the idea is to attract, not repel. So you can see a way that we can actually put off people with our bodies. So our bodies is meant to be more attractive, not to repel people, one, by the way we groom. So sometimes a lot of us feel, well, does it really matter? This is how I feel and that's how I want to be. But do you realize that your body can actually be offensive to other people, or people can be offended by your body just because of the way your body looks, the way you smell, what you do to your body, and sometimes what you don't do to your body. And so here, something Dr. Forni wrote here that I want to read out to you. He says, we all need to become conversant with the civility of body management. So it's all about managing your body well. Now, grooming is very important. Grooming has got to do with having a good shower, brushing your teeth, combing your hair if you have to, body deodorant, and of course, sometimes your perfumes. But at the same time, if you go overboard with your perfume, it could be offensive if it's too strong. So when you know you're going to be amongst people, you've got to choose your perfume or your cologne for the men and be sure that it's not too strong and offensive, because sometimes some people are irritated by the perfume. I recollect there was a time a friend of mine who was pregnant, and I wanted to go and see her, and she said to me, if you're wearing perfume, please don't bother coming. I know you really want to come and see me, but I'm not able to accommodate that for now. And on that day, I had to turn back because I knew I had perfume on, and because it was going to be at that point in time something she couldn't handle, then my visit would have just been pointless, going there and being offensive at the same time, even though I had good intentions. So really, people can be allergic to certain things. So you need to be quite mindful of that. And then you wonder, grooming. It's also very important that when you do your grooming has to be done in private. So for those of us who cut our nails at work, on your desk, it's a no-no. All the makeup doing at work on your desk is a no-no. When you want to have your makeup done for the ladies, of course, make sure you have your makeup done properly. Let it be tidy if you have to. And at the same time, you've got to go to a private place. So makeup is not meant to be done in public. Go to the bathroom where you can get that done nicely, and then you're out before every other person. At the same time, don't forget, when you're done, wash your hands before you leave so that you don't mess up the things around you. Also, it did say something. How about grooming when you are home? Because sometimes people feel it's good to look good for the people out there, but then you're a bit offensive to the ones who really care and love you. So it did say that for you who are at home with your family, so for spouses here now, parents to children, children to parents, even when you're not going out, he said it's so important that you keep yourself clean, and it's also a way of showing those who love you so dearly that you respect them by making sure that the time they spent with you is spent pleasantly, not when they feel, gosh, you need to go and have a shower now. I hope you get that. So yes, make sure when you're home as well, you smell as fresh as possible. Make sure your hair is combed. Don't look tacky. It's very important that you present yourself well to those who love you as well. They do really matter. So don't take them for granted. He also says grooming also goes beyond, minding your body goes beyond just good grooming. And so things like keeping your fingernails cut, ensuring that when you go to the bathroom, your hands are washed, clean. And of course, when you have all those events where you have to use your fingers for your food, ensure you're not having to shake someone with sticky fingers. It's very important. Have a napkin next to you that you're wiping off constantly so that you're not having to shake people with wet hands or sticky fingers. Very important. He also mentioned your mouth. When you're eating, ensure your mouth is closed, you're not making noise, and of course, ensuring that everybody around you, you're not, like spilling the food out or slopping sometimes when we eat. Sometimes when you're having your tea, it's so important that everything you do is done perfectly. Otherwise, it's offensive to the people who are next to you. Be considerate of them. He also mentioned heading to the bathroom when you think you have intestinal gas that you need to get rid of. He also mentioned about not spitting about. Very important things to take note of. So, the golden rule was something he also said. The golden rule says, do unto others what you want them to do to you. But this time around, there's a bit of a tweak there, because sometimes you might be okay for someone to, shake you with wet hands, but if it's not okay for the other person, then don't do it. Sometimes it's okay to sniff when you've got a cold, but some other people find it offensive. So try blow that nose and don't think it's okay by me, so they should understand. And so he said something here that I'm going to read out as I round up this evening. He said, we are at our best when we go one step beyond the golden rule. We are at our best when we go one step beyond the golden rule. And so these are a few nuggets for you on how to mind your body. Are we going to take to all of this? Be more cautious. Like I said, it's the season of wining and dining, getting together. Christmas dinner is there. There's an opportunity to practice all of these things. Are you going to promise me that you'll practice more of this? Take that extra step ahead and do a bit more than just the golden rule. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. And it's me again, Buki Odishote, your friend. It's always great to be here with you. Thank you.